back from wherever land that was, and back for another weekend video. But here's the thing, last weekend was the holidays. We didn't do any cutting trees or logging or anything, so ain't got no footage for that kind of stuff. So we're gonna have to do something a little different today. I think we're going to tell you all a story. Let's talk a little bit about the history of logging and the current history of logging. I guess that'll be the present of logging. Let's talk about logging. The logging industry employs about 90,000 people a year. I'm not sure how accurate those numbers are. Some tells me there's a bit more than that. Even though safety standards in the logging industry have improved over the last 100 years, about 50 workers are unalived each year in the United States. Sad. The thrill of logging brings many different types of men to the woods. Some have mysterious and unfortunately short lives. Let's talk about one of these men. His name was John Higgins. Not much is known about John since he was a bit of a loner. Most of us can probably sympathize with that. Most of the historical data points to him originating from the eastern United States. John, who was at the time felling logs for the Booth-Kelley Lumber Company in Oregon. It was a late spring morning, April 18th, 1900 in Eugene, Oregon. Higgins is getting ready to leave his modest logger's cave and set out for the woods to begin his day, not knowing that day would be his last. Higgins and another man were working about 2 miles above the mill. It was about 11 a.m. when there was a terrible accident. Higgins was standing on a log waiting for the felling of a tree which had just been chopped. As Higgins was trying to clear the landing zone, he turned to see where the tree was going. And that's when he realized that the limbs were going to strike him. Higgins then started running along the log and tried to get out of danger, but it was too late. The limbs hit the man between the shoulders, knocked him down, and he fell directly on an axe, cutting his arm severely. And despite being in a remote location, Higgins was rushed for medical intervention. But unfortunately, it wasn't enough because the next day at 7 a.m., he slipped away. Higgins was about 40 years old as far as known at the mill, and he had no family. It isn't often that you can find articles on individuals who have been unalived by logging, and given the short time the article said he had been in the area, it only makes sense. Perhaps there are some of Higgins' family that are looking and want to know what happened to John, and now they can know. Workers in the logging industry are at high risk of injury and death. In each accident, the death could have been prevented by using proper safety procedure. Stay safe, kids.